Hey y'all, check out that old car. A T-Bird. I think that's what it said. Oh goodness. That was nice. Hey, let's ride that back down the boulevard a little bit. Anyway, good to have y'all back along. This is a continuation of our Picayune ride Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I seen that old car there. It reminded me. We have one of the biggest car shows probably in the United States. I don't know. I tell you, I'd like to know what the revenues is that it brings in along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Car show, it's called Cruising the Coast. You see that car that was going right up through there? He was one of them. He probably went down there and they just cruise up and down the beach between Bay St. Louis and Waveland and Biloxi, all up and down the beach, cruising the coast. I saw something on Facebook where they had 9,438, if I believe that's the right number, registrations. That's how many people registered to ride in Cruising the Coast. And they said no telling how many that didn't register. So there you go. Most of them are old cars like that. Old cars. Antiques. Coming back out on the West Canal here now. Feeding a pass by the funeral home. Remember the story I told last week? Funeral home, there you go. Hey, we cruising right along. This is the old town Picayune here. Go right down here and turn around. I'll tell you a little story. You see where that little business is right there with the pink door. That's a Dancewear and Gifts now. That was the old Nelt Seals' coffee shop and restaurant and diner, whatever you call it. It was a diner, and they had the little counter, and you could sit up next to the counter and eat whatever their special was. They specialized in red beans and stew combination. They'd give you some stew on a plate and they'd put some red beans on it, and they called it a combination. It was absolutely delicious. But it's long since been gone and or tore down and just rebuilt the place. You can check out that truck. Nice. But we used to come there. My daddy would come there sometime and meet up with Mr. Willie Downs, a fellow he worked for, and they would find out where they was going to work at. They'd go there and sit there and drink coffee in the mornings, and then they would decide where they was going to work that day. And a lot of times it might be over there at the First Baptist Church. It could be at City Hall, or it could have been at the Could have been down up by the Crosby Mansion. I guess these girls are trying to wonder what I'm doing sitting here talking to myself. But, so we're not cruising the coast, but we cruising Picayune. Alright, let's go down this way. I told y'all I was a cop one time. Well, I'm fixing to show you where I worked at. Right here, the Criminal Justice Center. A few things have changed since I worked here. CJC. I worked there 2 years as a patrol officer. Somewhere right along in here where City Rexall is, there was an old building they called the Farmers Co-op. Feed store. They sold tires. You could buy gas. You could buy diesel for your tractor. And what all? But it's long gone. Paul Bounds is still there though. They still there. Yep, selling the flowers and everything.